Hello and welcome to Tech Latest by Nikkei Asia, where we bring you the freshest updates from the technology sector in Asia. Every episode, one of our reporters from the region will be filling us in on the tech news on their radar, from semiconductors in China to space travel in Japan to startups in Indonesia. From Nikkei Asia's Tokyo headquarters, I'm Alice French. In this episode, Jada Nagumo talks to Akito Tanaka, our chief business news correspondent based in Singapore, about America's crackdown on Chinese e-commerce companies, in particular, fast fashion giant Shein.
Hi, Akito. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Jada. Thanks for having me.
I'm curious to know what's been on your radar recently, especially as the U.S. sharpens its assault on China's tech industry.
Yes, so the first pick of this week's Tech Asia newsletter is a story about a new U.S. scrutiny over Shein, a fast-growing and low-priced fashion seller. There has been a U.S. sanction against Huawei over security concerns, and then also concerns over TikTok is rising as well in the U.S. But now that move has expanded to other companies in China.
Okay, what are the main concerns and what sort of allegations is Shein facing?
So the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commissions, which is abbreviated as USCC, which basically monitors and investigates the economic relations between the U.S. and China on national security matters, and they report to U.S. Congress, recently released a report on Chinese e-commerce companies. Now, in this report, they criticized companies with a particular focus on Shein, detailing allegations about forced labor and violation of IP rights, the intellectual property rights. And one policy analyst who authored the report said that Shein appears to be sourcing goods from Xinjiang illegally. However, the company, the Shein, has said that it is sourcing from approved regions and complies with the U.S. legislation.
I see. Well, if I remember correctly, Shein is aiming for an initial public offering in the U.S., right? Is this going to cause any issues?
Yes. So Shein's operating company is now based in Singapore, and the company is eyeing an IPO in the U.S. However, a bipartisan group of American lawmakers has sent a letter to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to block the IPO until Shein can certify that it is not using forced labor in the Xinjiang region in China.
And aside from Shein, are there other Chinese e-commerce companies also being targeted?
Yes. So the report also mentioned e-commerce platform Temu, which launched in the U.S. last fall. Now, Temu sells a variety of products at very low price, and the platform is run by PDD Holdings in China, which operates famous Pinduoduo e-commerce sites locally in China. And the report said that there are concerns about product quality, as well as accusations of copyright infringement regarding Temu.
I see. Well, it certainly looks like Washington will continue its tough talk against Chinese e-retailers, and there could be possibilities of concrete actions from the Biden administration. Thank you so much for the rundown, Akito. Are there any other stories you would like to recommend to our readers this week?
Yes, another pick is a report from Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting in Omaha, Nebraska, where a billionaire investor, Warren Buffett, discussed his take on investments in big Japanese trading houses. And also his longtime business partner, Charlie Munger, commenting pretty harshly, I have to say, about the current US-China relations.
Oh, that's interesting. Did Buffett also make any comments? Because his investment company, Berkshire Hathaway, recently sold its stake in TSMC, right?
Yes, so this was pretty a surprising move from other investors of TSMC. However, he didn't speak much about this topic. Although he described TSMC as one of the best managed and most important companies in the world, but he had to make a decision to sell TSMC's share in light of the situation, which probably is a reference to current tensions across the Taiwan Strait.
You can read more of Akito's reporting, along with a host of other stories about Asia's tech industry, on Nikkei Asia's website, asia.nikkei.com. And if you like what you hear, why not subscribe to our weekly Tech Asia newsletter, which will be delivered to your inbox every Thursday. And it's not just tech that we cover. We report on a lot of geopolitics in the region too. And with Japan about to host the G7 summit next week, we're holding a live seminar on May the 17th about what to expect from the leaders' talks. Tech Latest reporter Lawley Lee will be speaking, along with other reporters from Japan and India. There's a link to sign up in the show notes, or you can find one on our homepage. We hope to see some of you there. And check back in next time for more updates on the tech trends that matter.